Poet to Poet. I'm Robert Dunn. I'm the editor-in-chief of the New Press Literary Quarterly, and we're glad to be back with you here for another one of our little extravaganzas. And we have two very exciting guests. They are Larry Jennings and Heidi Rain, and we'll get to them in a moment. But first I want to talk about our shooting here at the fabulous Irish Eyes in Richmond Hill, Queens. It's a place we love very much. We really appreciate the pool table because every so often we will shoot a game or two or fall asleep on it. But we're not falling asleep today because, as I say, we have two marvelous guests. Plus, we also had a stirring breakfast of cookies and beer. This is part of the Bob Abramson diet. Bob Abramson is our publisher. He looks like this when he's in training for the Olympics. Yes, I know. Every so often he comes out and appears at a reading or something like that, and then we really have a lot of reaction from the audience. So we might even bring him here if you're good or if you're bad. Anyway, enough of that small talk. Now we want to get into some poetry here, and we have Larry Jennings as our first guest. Larry has been writing for about 3 years, and it's remarkable how far someone can come in 3 years. He took his first workshop with the Writer's Voice. He's done featured readings at several clubs in Greenwich Village. That's in Manhattan. Unavoidable. And he's been published in things like the Tomcat, the Vigilante, the Lusty Mover, and the Village Voice, although not all at the same time. By day, Larry is the director of the Human Resources. If you like the resources of your humans, come talk to Larry. And an employee-owned company in Tribeca, which coincidentally is also in Manhattan. Go figure. Anyway, Larry, welcome to Poet to Poet. I understand that you have your first poem is going to deal with an urban problem there.
It's, I guess, an urban situation, yeah. Something that's also based somewhat on my childhood. It's titled Pigeons. The park bench is familiar with the old woman's weight and creeps a welcome as she sits. The pigeons eye day-old Italian bread and welcome her too, dancing the hucklebuck and the bird, spreading the good word and jockeying for position to get first crumbs. They snatch and step away light, like thieves looking left and right, their ditty-bopping close-shaved heads, beaks full of booty, chest thrown out, wings back, attitude in the shoulders. They remind me of my childhood, strutting for the government cheese, sneaking extra powdered milk and no-name Spam in these great big cans, and the peanut butter still stuck to the roof of my mouth.
Well, despite what you say, I would say that anyone who owns a car in New York City would say pigeons are a problem. Oh, would you like to hit another poem here?
This piece is I guess is what you call a found poem. It's titled NYU Graduation 93, Washington Square Park. If anyone has ever been to a graduation at NYU and experienced the mass hysteria, maybe this gives you a little taste of what that's like. NYU Graduation 93. Blue tickets to the left, brown tickets to the right. Ours are turquoise. To the left, lady. I told you we was in the wrong line. Oh, shut up, Mabel. Programs, get your programs. Hey, buddy, the line starts back here. Bernie, over this way. Take my picture. Where's our class? How do you wear this stupid hood? Smile. Oh, crap, I'm out of film. Hot dogs. Get your graduation hot dogs. Do you have any of those big pretzels? Please unzip and open all large bags. They have metal detectors at graduations? Only in New York. How do you climb the bleachers in these heels? Don't push me. I can't see from down here. You can't see from up here either. I have to go to the bathroom. This is worse than Madison Square Garden. I can't hear you. Who called? I'm on the cellular phone. Watch your purse. This is New York. Watch your kids. This is New York. This section is closed. We have reservations. I got your reservations right here, lady. Look, it's Neil Diamond. His son is graduating from the School of Social Work. Social work? In Hollywood? And I present to you the class of 1993. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you too. Let's take a picture. Smile. Say unemployed.
Now I've got you. Now I've got you. That poem actually has nothing to do with an NYU graduation ceremony or any other graduation ceremony. That is a description of an ABC No Rio open reading.
Exactly.
You can't fool me. You can't fool me. What possesses you to write that sort of thing? Where do you go out to find a found poem? Do you pan for gold in the creek somewhere and come up with odd behavior patterns? Or
Well, you can pan for gold in the creek, or you can pan for gold in the gutters of New York. It's probably all about the same.
yes, but at least in New York you can find the aluminum cans for which you can get a nickel back.
That's right.
And that's how poets pay for their work.
At least in this case.
I think we're ready for another one.
Okay.
Shuffle those papers and...
This piece is titled Magic, and it was written shortly after Magic Johnson was diagnosed as being HIV positive. Magic. No hourglass reversal or sleight of hand transfusion. No pardon gained from moonwalk clock. No daylight savings time. No witch's incantation or brujo mesca mix. No hoodoo mojo MTV. No safe sex bag of tricks. The court's omnipotent magician, blindsided in a parlor game. A hocus-pocus double dose of death dealt off the cuff. Now yours is a coronation to celebrate a dying king in hope of a crimson antidote to cure the serpent's sting.
Keep going, keep going.
This piece is titled Regularity, and it is written for a place that I kind of frequent in the village, and I guess the name will become apparent. I don't want to give them a free plug. Regularity.
Too late, too late.
I've become a regular at the Dewdrop Inn. It became official last night when the bartender greeted me by my first name. I told my girlfriend about it, and she sang the theme song from Cheers. I'm a regular. The professor buys me a drink and tells me how much he hates his name. Says he'll trade his for mine anytime. But I think, no thanks. Being a regular is one thing, but a Ralph, too? I'm a Patronus regularis. I stop for my alcohol baths, soak up wet dreams like everyone else. I discuss birds with Bob, women with Joe Maserats, and infidelity with Sally, the Rubenesque nude. I'm a regular, all right. I sit in the corner chair reading poetry by eye, playing pin the alter ego on the drum key. Who's the sadomasochist? Who's the schizophrenic? And who'll go home and play pistolero solitaire? I'm a regular, what can I say? And like all good booze hounds on a night like this, I bay in the room.
Do I hear any baying in the audience at the moment? No, people are too busy hanging on your every word. It's interesting that your regularity there is at the Dewdrop Inn, because most people do it in reverse. They take dewdrops to maintain theirs. But enough of that. I'm curious about something. What would you say would be the link between human resources and poetry? What sort of human resource do you look for to hang a poem on?
There's probably very, very little link between human resources and poetry. Sorry about that.
Nuts.
But, you know, I tend to get most of the things that I write from just everyday life and personal experiences. So far, very little from work experience.
Ah, dear. I know a lot of people who write about nothing but their work experiences, and we try to usher them off as quickly as possible. Because most of us want our poetry to enhance and enjoy our lives, or vice versa, and perhaps you have another one in there that might enhance everybody's life within earshot.
Okay.
Put your seatbelts on if you haven't already.
This is the piece that I wrote for my dad, who passed away a couple of years ago. He was, amongst other things, a musician, and this was kind of a remembrance of some times going past, and it's titled, "How Do You Get to Carnegie Hall?" There is life after death. My dad told me so. Me and him and Louis Armstrong were hanging out in heaven, debating the G minor seventh as the major chord of life. I'm not sure how I got there. Maybe I was beamed up like some homeboy hologram. My dad reached for his favorite trumpet case, the fake leather one with the zipper down the middle, and with the care of a doctor poked his horn from his artificial wound. A breath of life and a wail. A note I'd never heard before, a whole note, big and sweet, round and juicy, a note so fat it rivaled Brenda's bouncing butt bogarting 2 seats on the school bus. Satchmo smiled and nodded. Then came the punchline. Practice, he said. And it was just like the old days. Me and my dad on rickety chairs borrowed from the kitchen table. Side by side, bare-chested, me wondering if my shoulders would ever be as wide. I watched him from the corner of my eye, mouthpiece cupped to his lips, counting from the corners of his mouth like a bad ventriloquist. Me finally picking up the beat as our feet packed time on cracked linoleum. We played duets. Duets from the exercise book Dad kept on his dresser. The thick book. The one that made the music stand lean, its arms droop, its legs spreading wider and wider, like a 3-legged dancer slowly sinking spread eagle to a split. Duets in 3/4 time, 3/8 time, adagio, staccato, triplets, and trills. And if I made a mistake, Dad just said, remember, E, G, B, D, F, every good boy does fine. And when the practice was over, there I was, beaming back to earth, wiping my tears with Satchmo's hanky, clutching my dad's trumpet, and clicking the heels of my Reeboks, repeating, there is life after death, there is life after death, there is life after death.
Oh, excuse me, I was just practicing. Well, that's all very well, but there's one I'm dying to hear, and that's one about luggage.
About luggage?
You've got that, I know you've got that in there somewhere, basically because of all the airlines that have lost mine. Anytime I hear about luggage, it makes me very nostalgic for lost treasures and some such.
Lost treasure. It's a poem about luggage, also, I guess, a poem about baggage. The extra baggage that we tend to carry with us through our lives. And this is titled Bags Grew. When I was 6, my daddy gave me his old wallet. When I opened it, I heard the voices of the South Carolina crackers who asked for his ID. That Christmas, I got a James Bond briefcase. It had all kinds of secret stuff, like guns in the handle and concealed rubber knives. I kept my secrets in it. Like the mayonnaise sandwiches, I would sneak to Central Park, baffling my parents who never did figure out why they were always out of Miracle Whip and Wonder Bread. No one took luggage as seriously as I did. In my lunchbox, I carried my fear of schoolyard bullies, my first kiss from Carolyn Pope, and that it was me who pushed her down the stairs in 3rd grade. In my book bag, I carried my unrequited loves, my masturbation experiences, the loss of my virginity, and my first shattered heart. Underneath my picture in the high school yearbook should have been the prediction, most likely to become a Samsonite salesman. In college, I had a get-over shoulder bag made with a pair of Levi's. In the pockets, I carried one-liners, snappy come-ons, sweet talk, and my sensitive personality. If they failed, I had a pouch on my belt. It held apologies, desperation, pitiful looks, and lies. I was baggage crazy. Batman was my favorite superhero because he had a utility belt. My first job was bag boy in a supermarket. I bought my reefer in nickel bags. Bags Groove is my favorite jazz side. Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, my favorite R&B side. And who can forget Betty Davis? That's Apple Annie, the bag lady. I've carried my experiences in hard luggage, soft luggage, suitcases on wheels, luggage with zippers, luggage with locks, steamer trunks, overnight bags, saddle bags, carpet bags, and duffel bags. I've carried my baggage like some people carry the American Express card. I don't leave home without it.
And neither would I, and I must say that Batman is my favorite superhero too, because his cape looks a little threadbare at the bottom, and so does mine in real life. So, Larry, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Poet to Poet. It was an elucidating experience, and you can slug me for saying that later.